Hello guys, and welcome in the instructional video that comes along with the novella of Mice and Men and the assignment that we're going to do around this. This document over here has all the information that you need, and I'm going to go over this in this video. But first I want to show you where you can find it. So the only thing you have to do is actually to go to our online course, go to Documents, go to Second Term, go to Let Justice Prevail, and there you will find the folder of Mice and Men. Now, the idea was, of course, that you were going to read this already, but it's perfectly okay if you haven't up till now. You would have to start reading approximately today or something like that. Here you can find the assignment, and if you click this PDF, by the way, you will bump into this text, and this is, of course, of Mice and Men as a whole PDF. Now you can read it here, but if you dislike this, you can also just buy the book and support local economy. And I can tell you that it costs around normally like 10 euros, sometimes less, sometimes 11 euros. It's no more than that. But if you don't want to do that, you don't need to, because you can just read it here as a PDF. Now, if you go through this, I was actually wondered by the fact that it has 186 pages, especially because mine only has not even 100 pages. So the pages in the PDF are really quite short, and that's why you have this big number. But remember that this is a novella and that you can easily just finish it in one day if you would read on. But you don't have to do that. You can take your time for it, as you will see during the further explanation of the task. So what do you have to do? We're going to vlog, guys. Read the novella of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, which is available in our English folder on Smart School. That's what you just see. So, create a vlog that consists out of 2 videos, one that exists out of an introduction and the analysis of the first part, and another that exists out of the analysis out of the analysis of the second part, of course. I'll leave this out here. And an evaluation. Good. How will you do that? So you're going to start with a bit of preliminary research. This will mean that you're going to have to look up a bit of information. Okay. So ask yourself questions like, in which context was this novella written? Why is it a classic? What will it be about? Etc. Present this information in the first part of your vlog. Now, of course, some of the information we've already discussed in class, like for instance, what will it be about and so on. These are things that you might know already. But it's still interesting to look up a few more things before you start reading, because I think that usually improves your reading experience in general if you already know what it's about, why this is a classic, and so on. Okay. The second part is then the analysis. During your analysis of this novella, you're going to focus on the content, so what it is about, and your own reading experience. Now, let me focus for a second on the fact that you don't have to summarize during your video. Okay, you can give a brief summary, of course, but if you're going to summarize the whole video, then the vlog is not that interesting, because of course I can just look up a written summary myself. What I am interested in most is to see how you can analyze this novel or this novella, and most importantly, what your reading experience was. That's what interests me most. So split up the novella in two more or less equally long parts and analyze them by using these narratology is the study of stories, elements. Character, setting, time, theme, suspense, perspective, historical context, etc. In other words, analyze what you have read by using WH questions. Who, where, when, what, why, how, and so on. And then this is most important, I would say. So focus on your own reading experience. And you can, for instance, also talk about what you liked and disliked in the novel. Show that you use 2 tips by Unjaded Jade. Guys, I'll show you her. That was this video that you have seen as an introduction to this task, and she gives 8 tips, right, of how to read classics. By the way, you can find them here. This is an easy overview, so read the book for fun first, Context is important. This is the historical context and useful for understanding the book. Chapter summaries, character summaries, mind maps, alternative interpretations, perspective and narration, and she discusses quotes as well. So back to the task then. So I want you to show I want you to show me 2 tips by Unjaded J. So you can, for instance, make a character summary, make a chapter summary, make a mind map, discuss alternative interpretations, or choose a few good quotes that you will remember and then discuss them. So what I'm doing here is actually giving you some pieces of advice to make your whole vlog better. If you would not do any of these things, then you would probably make a very static, kind of boring vlog. But by introducing sort of creative elements or creative approaches to your analysis, your whole vlog would become a bit more interesting. At least that's what I've experienced in the past. Repeat the same for part 2. So remember, you're going to make 2 vlogs in which you discuss another tip by Unjaded Jade. Full stop. So you have to use a second tip. For instance, you make a chapter summary in the first video or a character summary, and you're going to discuss a few quotes in the second video. That could already be a sort of fun dynamicity to your video. That's the idea there. And then, so the first video consists of an introduction and an analysis of the first part of the book. And then the second video will have a conclusion and, of course, a discussion of the second part of the book. So in your conclusion, you are going to make an evaluation. You're going to tell us whether you liked the book or not, and especially why you liked it or disliked it. So tell your audience how you experienced reading your novella. Didn't you like it? Or did you like it? Why or why not? And don't be superficial here. Okay, this is also very important. If you did not like a character, or a passage, or a setting, or whatever, or a conversation, explain why. Don't just say, I think this was boring, but if you think something is boring, give an example and discuss. That's what literary analysis is about. Not just saying what you think, but explain why you think it. Okay. Then, of course, we have to work with some deadlines. Here it says you can upload your vlog in a few ways, as a link, YouTube or Vimeo, or directly as a video in the upload zone. Sometimes video content is too large, and in this case you could consider sending it as a YouTube link, which I'm doing as well right now, by the way. So that's not too hard. The first vlog, guys, this needs to be uploaded before Friday the 8th of May, okay? And it will consist of the introduction and an analysis of the first part, and this will take you about 5 or 6 minutes. Then your second vlog is going to be part 2, plus the evaluation of the novella, and this will also take you like 5 or 6 minutes. So approximately you will be talking in video content from about 10 to 12 minutes, which I think is quite doable. Here I give you some tips, right? First, I'm talking about the vlog as a medium, and that you need to be enthusiastical, because otherwise this is going to be boring. So if you make it boring, you fail in successfully using the medium. Make it fun. Then in B, think about the technical side of creating video content, right? Is there enough light in the room? Is the sound clear, etc.? If it's not, this is going to be a disadvantage to the whole feeling of your vlog. Then C, might be interesting to refer to a passage in your book. For instance, if you want to give an example of something, or when you've read something you liked, right? If it is not too long, you can even read it out loud. And that will be interesting. So this is definitely a good tip when you're analyzing, because if you tell us why you liked something or why you disliked something, you're going to have to illustrate that in one way or another, and what way to do it better than with citations, right? So you can perfectly refer to something there. Okay, let's have a look at these evaluation sheets. So for your first vlog, this will be marked in 20 points. And here there's task completion, talking about classic literature. I'll discuss the perfect scenario. In a perfect scenario, you have an interesting or innovative way to show a thorough understanding of a classic novella. And of course, I will mainly be focusing on your understanding of the classic novella. And in the best scenario as well, you delivered a creative or innovative vlog that was highly entertaining. Okay, maybe you can also make it boring, and then you will get less points, of course. Then language. Your language will be marked on range and correctness on one hand, and fluency and pronunciation on the other. And then, I will go over the best scenario again. If you make no mistakes while using a wide variety of language, you get 5 marks. Spoke very fluently with very understandable English is the best situation for fluency and pronunciation. Okay, this is for your first vlog, and in the second vlog you get these same categories, but there's one extra, namely the one of feedback. So what I want to do is I want to give you feedback on your progress, so that after the first vlog you make a better second one. That's the idea behind it, actually. And anyways, I'm going to be able to give some sort of criticism on your vlog, as you are doing probably right now about this video. This is not really a vlog, but anyways, I would do it. And then of course you can take this feedback into account. In the best situation, you took into account the feedback and thus succeeded in making the whole vlog much better. Okay, that's the ideal scenario there. And the other categories are exactly the same. Note that there are these grids for feedback, so you will get the written feedback, of course, after your first vlog, and then you will make your second vlog. That makes sense. And the same goes here. The same is added here, but of course we're not going to use this for a third vlog or whatever. This is where it ends. So that's mainly it. You have the instruction right now, and of course you are very free to ask questions during the live sessions. For instance, this Friday we've got the very first one, and normally this video would be the last step you took before coming to the live session, so normally you would already know what this is about. Okay, see you on Friday, and I hope you're still doing fine. Bye bye, guys.